Hey guys, okay, let me explain how we're doing the PayPal system so that this makes sense. Um, for those of you that don't know, the biggest issue with making payouts fast, of course, is that there is an inherent risk of a back charge. Now, when there's a risk of a small back charge or a one time back charge along the way in the natural course of business, that's one thing. But then if you have the guy come in, he's the super affiliate, and then just gets a surge of buys through him, which can happen through you guys quick because of the way we're promoting, right? Then you have a real risk because sometimes when you do those, if you do payouts immediately, I can tell you who's out there right now because this has been true for decades. And I've seen this even over a decade ago. I watched a guy lose $80,000 in a day. Here's how it works. A ring of guys somewhere all have their own PayPal accounts and they've got money in them. Okay. But for all intents and purposes, they're not related to each other at all. They're just a team of 100 guys, say 100. Now they're working with some super affiliate. What's the super affiliate? He's the guy that comes off as being the big time salesman. He doesn't want to let you know he's making his sales, but he's making them all right. So the salesman signs up to the system first. And he says, I so appreciate that you guys pay out right away because I love what you do. And I'm going to make both of us a lot of money. It's going to happen pretty quick. So just be prepared for it. Know it's going to happen. That's why I'm telling you now because I'm really good at what I do. Okay. So pretty quickly, he starts getting a bunch of sales to come in through the system. Basically, all those 100 guys start buying over the next couple of days or so, a few days, right? And then he goes, okay, I reached the end of my list. It'll take me a while. I got to reorient, but I'm going to go off on vacation first. I'm going to see you guys later. Thanks so much. Because why? Because he chalked up 160,000 in business for us, and we were amazed. Totally cool. Happy to pay him his 80 grand. Why? Because now we got 80 grand we didn't have, and we sure as heck would love it if he comes back and does it again, right? And if he does it several times, he must want to. It was a good idea. It was a good opportunity. And if we got a couple of back charges, we can afford it. We'll just take it out of our end. No problem. Okay, fine. He goes off. We go back to doing business as usual. And everything gets forgotten about. A week passes, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're like 4 months in. Well, back in the day, it didn't take that. You wouldn't be waiting that long. But guess what happened? It was something like maybe 6 weeks later. All of a sudden, the guy woke up in the morning, got his day going, got his coffee, went in to check his computer, check his PayPal balance, negative 80 grand. Why? Or whatever, down 80 grand, I'll put it that way. Actually, down 160 grand, that's the whole point. So after paying the 80 grand to that guy, and that guy took off, cashed it out, probably even closed the PayPal account for as far as anyone knows. This guy is facing each individual who was part of that group back charge the money, just back charge the money. And that guy's like, oh my God. Now, he wants to tell PayPal about it, but PayPal can't even draw the connection between these guys. As far as PayPal's concerned, he sold a crap product. So now PayPal's thinking, you have a garbage product. Everyone wants their money back, apparently, or, many of you guys wanted their money back. And so we don't want you to keep selling that product. So this guy doesn't even have a clean way anymore of continuing to make money regularly. All right. So these groups are out there. And so anytime you wonder why somebody does not run a program that pays affiliate shares out immediately, that is why. There is always a holding period before you get your pay, right? And the holding period may not be as long as the back charge option, but that's just to dissuade those guys because they don't want to wait for the holding period, the 45 or 60 day wait, right? What they want to do, they don't even know what's going to happen in your business in 45 or 60 days. What they want to do is find somebody they can get money from now, right? But what you don't want is to have to wait 45 or 60 days. Now, we kept thinking, how can we deal with that? That's kind of a trick. Let me just sign in real quick. I want to make the point about it that way, right? You come down to affiliate stats, okay? Say some guys are doing their buying, whatever, and who knows what gets bought, okay? It's adding stuff up. Everything's happening in here. That's Nice. It's kind of the basic idea. We thought if we want to pay you right away, it cannot be that we paid you separate from the transaction we got from the buyer. If we want to do this right, do this safe, do this big, and say go as big as you want because there's nothing holding you back. So just do it. Here's the thing. We don't want we can't. We can't pay you separate from getting paid by someone else, right? And so we thought, is there a way that we can make when somebody purchases, it actually splits the payment evenly to two different accounts, right? As though it's two transactions that the buyer approved. But no, there's no way to do that. The buyer would have to approve two. We'd have to tell them, buy from here and then turn around and buy from there and you'll get your tool, right? That stops the risk. Because now the guy has no incentive to pull off the back charge. He'd only be getting his money back. There's no third party money, no third angle, no third point of view where the money came from, right? But we can't do it that way. So then it dawned on us. We thought, we know what we can do. Think about the easiest case because it'll make sense. Page's Maker macro pays out how much? 50%. Well, guess what? What if the first payment comes to us through our PayPal, from your account through our PayPal, and you got the credit, no questions asked. But then what if the next guy to buy the PMM, it actually goes straight to your PayPal for the full $149, and then it clears your balances out here as paid. Okay? So you earned $149, you were paid $149, and your balance is zero. If we do it that way, no one has risk. I mean, you have a risk of a back charge, same as we do, but you don't have a risk of loss, and neither do we. No one has a risk of a third-party payout. What else does that do? That means that you know you're getting paid, because by the time that number says 2, that means that balance cleared to you. You're not waiting for us for 45 or 60 days. It just happened right now. Okay? Isn't that kind of cool? Now think about it this way. What about everything else? Well, if somebody buys a MOWG toolbar and you're at, like, let's say the 10% level, then what? Then your payout doesn't happen until the 10th time that somebody buys the MOWG toolbar? No. But yeah, I mean, theoretically it would be like that, right? So it would be 1 in 10. It would be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're building up your credits. And then when you get to number 10, boom, that's going to go straight to you. The toolbar straight to you. All the money goes straight to you, and that much of it gets paid out, right? Theoretically, that would be the way it would go. But there's a better way to do it. See, because then each of these would be 1 in 10, 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 until you go to 20, then it's 1 in 5, 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 until you go to 30, then it's basically 1 in 3 to 1 in 4, but that's okay because the number, sooner or later, the numbers just get tracked and the system will just round it one way or another and it'll even that out. By the time you get to diamond, then everything that happens, half of the payments are coming directly to your PayPal, okay? But let me step back and explain what's kind of cooler than that whole wait for each tool thing, okay? You are earning a certain amount. So whatever somebody buys is adding to this. Sooner or later, that number is going to be high enough, okay, that if somebody goes to buy something that's a product, okay, what's the cheapest product here? Landing pages, $49, okay? Someone happens to buy a landing page for $49, when the system goes to decide whose PayPal account to use, it will look at your balance. If that balance is more than 49, it can use your PayPal account for the payment. You get the 49. That shows up here, right? 49 is added to the paid, and your balance subtracts it so that, that amount of it moves to the paid category and you got it in your PayPal, okay? Now, if you got some hefty buys in a short period of time, that could go way up. Well, then that's cool, because then if guys are getting bigger things like the T2H website's $295 or so, then great. You know, if guys are picking up on these tier levels, then great. You can get cleared out really quick at those levels. In other words, whatever somebody goes to buy, we check your balance. And if your balance is here, we'll set the payment to happen to you first, right? Get it? Because it's total earned minus paid equals balance. So even your balance starts with what you already earned, okay? So that's just it. As these come in, they pay us first, and then they pay you, but they pay us first and credit you. That's how you get earnings. And as you get earnings, that turns into your balance from which the next purchases get you paid, subtracts down from your balance. So you're always going to have this gain between your balance and your paid moving forward, okay? But who cares? It's going to be a small balance because anything can subtract from it, even $49, okay? Just whatever somebody decides to get. But the cool part is you can get paid right away. Okay, you can earn and we can earn, and you can see when it's coming just like we can. You have all the excitement and incentive to keep doing your job promoting because that's the point of being an affiliate. I never do have a lot of patience for guys who sign up and then what do they want to do? They want to make themselves their own referral and then they want to buy from themselves for cheap, and that was the only plan they ever had for a purchase. I don't have any patience for guys like that at all. But for those of you guys who are thinking, my job as an affiliate is to keep giving away a free tool so I get to make a living or add an income stream to my living or replace my money from my job or all the above. Then there you go. That's the whole point. So as you keep giving away the free tool, people keep coming, people keep buying stuff, either opportunity-wise or product-wise. You keep developing in earnings, which develops your balance, and then the payments that happen start to pay you directly, which subtracts your paid balance directly. Okay, when they pay, and it comes from your PayPal, as soon as the payment's made, it's still going to make the download anyway. The guy gets what he bought anyway, right away. Okay, but that's cool because now you're getting paid right away. Okay. As soon as you earn enough to get paid a full amount, there you go. But that's so easy because of the way the prices are broken down here. What do you think of that? I think you've got to like that probably because that solves all of the fear factor issues, and it means that you get to trust us, right? And it means if you bring people in and suggest the opportunity to them and they're interested, you know, they get to trust us. So then they are willing to climb higher on this, because they want this to go up faster so that this goes up faster so that more of this stuff pays them directly. Because, hey, why not? Okay. All of you guys out there, by the way, whoever got tools, do your referrer a favor. Your referrer brought you somewhere where there's an incredible amount of power made simple. And then we've got the services to make it even easier. Do your referrer a favor. Get something. Get something that you want, either on the product side of the house or get something you want on the opportunity side of the house. Get something. You're going to make your referrer's day. Your referrer's going to love you. Get it. And then keep coming back to check and see what we got. We're going to make notes from time to time as we put out news that reaches everyone in the system about what we have now. So you can come and take a look and see if you want it. That way, when we put out new templates that are finished, when we put out new landing pages and they're up, and they have the content ready, and they have the Excel files ready for you to tick off and use them, and they got images, then you can run with them. Okay, I hope you find this interesting, and yeah, there you go. There's the system for PayPal payouts.